Hey, it's D&D time again.
Woo.
Right. So, Laura will be joining us shortly, but in the meantime, quick recap. Um, you guys went in for part 2 of the showdown with the Fire Newts and came out on top, helping the albino dwarves of Rockamar reclaim their relatively long lost forge. And now that the fighting has finally come to an end, after many flaming spheres and icy spheres and all kinds of other stuff has been thrown around, um, it's time to talk rewards. And so, as we join back up with the party, I think a number of the dwarves have kind of set to work disposing of the fire newt bodies in whatever way that they can think of. And you all have been led back through part of the facility and down a hallway that you had not yet explored, having been told after you finished your part of the fight that this stretch was not occupied. Um, and so you are led by Scythie and a number of other albino dwarves around through this hallway over yet another bridge that takes you over the bubbling river of molten rock down below. And eventually, you kind of re enter an excavated space just carved into the rock. And you approach a door. Um, this door seems to have not been breached by the fire newts for all the time that they've been in here and kind of occupying the space. Seems as though this door in particular has been um, well quite befuddling to them. So you see this massive locked door with, let's see. So yeah, it's embedded in an adamantine frame resembling a stylized form of what Thor would recognize as the dwarven rune for beginnings. Um, let's see. So yeah, there are a number of like scratch marks and clear attempts at having uh, like clear attempts at breaching the door. However, aside from there being some like stains that would kind of suggest, I don't know, maybe there's scorch marks here because fire newt blood got like sprayed off to one side or something. um the dwarves are pretty readily capable of disabling the traps that are engaged on the door. um However, looking about, they have trouble finding the keys to the series of locks that run basically the entire vertical seam of the door opposite the hinge. Um, After, I mean, this isn't something that you guys necessarily have to get involved in. Like, they send a couple people off to like scrounge the remains of the fire newt nests, and after a while, a couple of dwarves come back with this it's like a sad attempt at a statue. Um, it is a vaguely fire newt-ish form, which, if you recall, the fire newts have kind of an ambiguous form to begin with. But it's basically like just a bunch of uh, kind of looks like it what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of solidified as it was still dripping. Um, and it looks like a sort of kind of humanoid depiction of maybe some sort of lizard creature. Just of all sorts of like mixed metals and basically any metal thing that they could find that they could make hot enough to melt, they did and tried to form this thing. Um, let's see. I think yeah, like this isn't really anything that any of you would know, I don't think. Um, but it certainly seems to have been like you can tell that they made like a base for it as though to kind of situate it on a pedestal of sorts. And yeah, so this weird like cast metal totem thing gets brought in, and they're like the dwarves say, well, um this seems like what became of all the metal that we can't find. Um, Sithy kind of like just sighs, looks at the thing, and like hurls it over the edge into the lava, and goes and starts digging through this little side chamber just off of the area by the door. And basically, over the next couple of hours, she has to go and find a couple of molds, and she like sets her little like underlings to work crafting new keys for the doors that yeah, for whatever reason the fire newts are just too dumb to understand how keys work apparently. um so in that time, if you guys would like to take a short rest, that is certainly an option.
I guess I could do with a short rest.
I mean, I'm not
Not a
gonna
bad
make
idea.
you.
I mean, I could go for one.
I don't need one.
Yeah, I don't really
Okay.
need it, but
I do. I got beat
Alright.
up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who needs to use some hit dice or whatever, you can go ahead and do that.
you know what?
Um,
I'm gonna during this time I'm gonna pop this and just walk around,
okay.
see if I can pick up on anything.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, walking around the facilities now that they've been cleared of fire newts. You kind of make the rounds, pass through all this fighting happened in, and kind of explore some of the farther reaching excavated like tunnels and mine shafts and stuff. And you do not find anything that sets off your detect magic.
Nothing. Wow.
So, yeah, nothing.
All right.
Um, so that being the case, us kind of montaging our way to them getting in the door. Um, yeah, you're all assembled here, and uh, they finally get the door open. They unlock the series of locks that run up and down the edge of it, and uh, as the door kind of swings wide, um, there is this. You just get that like uh, wave of long still air. It just you can tell that this place is entirely untouched for, well, by their account, at least like 100 years. Um, and looking around inside, you see um, yeah, inside. Let me actually see the thing. Hey, there's no description. That's cool. Well, you see a bunch of shelves and a table and some chests. And on these reinforced stone shelves, you see row after row after row of immaculately um, like formed iron and adamantine bars. And then as you kind of walk in, you see like in the corners that are now behind you upon entering the room, there is just piles, like floor to ceiling, of these bars of metal. Also, looking for anything else in the room, you notice that sitting on top of one of these piles is a gauntlet made of gold and seemingly sized for an adult dwarf.
I want to ask Cynthia or whatever her name is what that is.
Mm-hmm. She upon you like calling attention to it, she immediately like walks over and like scoops it up and like looks at it in awe, and she says, "This is Moradin's gauntlet. I thought it lost. This is for the overseers of Rakamar, passed down from leader to leader. Suppose it falls to me now."
What does it do?
Entirely symbolic. But as you can see, a finely crafted piece of metalwork. She like slides her arm into it, and it's like it. I don't know. I would almost compare it to like full on Iron Man looking deal. You know, like very just insanely detailed and precise in its creation. But yeah, looking at it, you don't really get the impression it would be all that practical in like a combat scenario because it is solid gold. But yeah, so she's examining the fancy new thing. She also like turns and looks at all of you and says, "Well, I will of course be upholding my end of the bargain." She like gestures to the wealth of uh, metal bars in the room, and also conspicuous absence of any form of currency. And and she says, "Please help yourselves. 20 pounds a piece, of course." I'm sure you all look so excited by this.
How many pounds a piece?
20.
20 pounds. So
Now, is it just
any-
piles or shelves of these?
So there are shelves like set into the wall, but then in like the two near corners to the door, there are floor to ceiling like stacks of these metal bars.
I guess Sark's gonna make just one round around the room and see if
Mm-hmm.
he sees anything kind of up near the ceiling, like anything tucked away.
Okay. Yeah, and actually that reminds me. Have I given you access to a Gazer character sheet yet?
You have not.
I go ahead and do that.
All right.
I forgot about the gazer.
Yep. Good old Sark.
I really carry 20 pounds to someone who want to carry them out.
Yeah, I can't carry that at all either.
It's 2020, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many coins in a pound?
Let's see.
A lot.
Yeah, it's. I want to say it's like 50, but it could even be more than that. I mean, if we're going all Skyrim, weight to value ratio, then you're definitely better off holding onto your coin.
Even
But-
like silver coin?
Copper?
Well,
Copper's
silver
probably
maybe not.
poop.
Because let's see, if you got, I guess I should like double check and make sure what the actual weight is. I mean, if somebody could just like add or subtract one coin of some sort to their sheet, you should be able to do some simple math there.
0.02.
0.02, yeah. So,
Damn it, yes, I said that.
what was that?
I said that. It's just online. I need to be on the page for push to talk to work.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So then that would mean 50 coins to 1 pound. So, yeah, gold coins you're better off keeping. Anything else, you would actually be better off swapping out, I believe.
And Fib wants to know if she can drop her copper to carry it.
No, she is
Um,
not allowed to drop her copper.
She's just like, I would like to make a deposit in your fine vault. Empties out like a jar of pennies.
Then takes their valuable bars, puts them in her.
I mean, these ingots are worth more than the copper, right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Are they worth more than silver?
Yes.
Are they worth more than gold?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, Fib will drop her copper. You have 900?
Like 1,500.
1,500.
Oh god.
Well, Fib will carry my ingots.
Okay.
She's almost done eating, so then she'll figure it out.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Like, it's not gonna be a make or break thing in this session. Like, okay, now how much adamantine do you have on you, and how many pennies do you have? Like, yeah, I think we can wait a little bit.
Can I buy some adamantine from them? And give them the silver in exchange?
Yeah, they'd probably be okay with that. So then each, let's see, each adamantine bar is, double check here. I believe it's. I'm actually gonna check before I outright say. Okay. So. All right. Each adamantine bar is worth 10 gold and weighs 1 pound. So, in that case, each bar would be worth 100 silver. So, yeah, feel free to make that swap, as they are perfectly fine. At least doing that for you.
What's the weight per bar?
Each bar weighs 1 pound and is worth 10 gold.
How convenient.
Yeah. I mean, it's much more convenient than iron, which actually works the other way. Worth 1 gold and weighs 10 pounds.
Alright. Can I buy 3,000 silver worth of platinum of adamantine?
Okay, yes, you can definitely do that. So you buy 30 pounds of adamantine bars. Okay, that's certainly doable.
Okay.
So go ahead and mark things off accordingly.
You said,
If anybody else
how
has
much
any,
are they? They're 10 gold each?
10 gold apiece, and they each weigh 1 pound. Yes.
That's what, 1,000 copper each?
Yes, if you're that guy who goes to pay a parking ticket with all pennies.
Well, no, I have exactly 2,000 copper on the dot, so
Okay.
so if I can swap that out for 2 more bars, I'll do that.
Okay. I'm just picturing Lucius doing the The Caleb thing from Critical Role.
Yep.
Fun. 2, 3.
It's pretty much.
Whoever wants to carry my share, just tell me because I just don't have room nor copper.
I can take like 60 pounds. Well, 40 pounds worth of stuff now. If you need.
And you can have my 20.
Okay. So I will add 20 more.
All right.
Cool.
Any other currency exchange we want to get done before the dwarves kind of just say thank you and send you on your way? Well, actually, there is the matter of them showing you to the airship as they had promised you
Yes.
to do. So, yeah. Anything else before we depart Rockamar? And well, if the party is up to it, embark for this crashed sky ship, wherever it may be.
I got nothing.
Okay.
I will mention
And
to
is-
them that
Okay, go
the block tunnel, because we know where each side is, like the one
Yeah.
that goes to the what the hell are they?
Wormheart Mine, like
Yeah.
kobolds.
I will mention to them before we leave that way it leads to kobolds. Just let them know that you've met or that you're friends with the people who also freed them, and they may help you guys out. So you guys may be able to work something out. They're not too mean now that the dragon's gone.
The next band of adventurers that comes to Chult has to help the dwarves reclaim their forge from an army of kobolds.
Oh lord. Even though it's like 3. I mean, I'm just letting them know that, there are things there and they are sentient. They're not
Okay.
just monsters like these living tongues.
All right.
Pretty sure the living tongues are also sentient.
But they couldn't figure out how keys worked.
But they did advance tactics.
Yeah.
Worked a forge.
So, anyway, I guess we should have the official conversation here because I know there was some interest, pregame out of character in checking out the sky ship. But what are all of the characters thinking about that?
Yeah. 100%
So-
yes.
So yeah, we'll say Scythie kind of upon you guys collecting your stuff is and you're interested in seeing the sky boat that fell into the trees.
And I will say yes, definitely I am.
I'd be interested to see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she calls for a couple more of her scouts or what have you, sending the 2 of them out with you to kind of navigate, show you the way. And so you may notice that I have marked a location on the map that is new from last time.
Yeah, the wreck of the Star Goddess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is going to take a couple days to get to.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
So yeah, you're looking at
That's
probably
better for us, because then I have spells to do things.
So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably a 4.5, 5-day journey.
It's also backwards, and people are dying.
There is that.
We can hit it on the way back.
I just really want to check it out, though.
Yeah, might as well go see it before we die.
But people are dying every day that we don't go to Omu.
But when we go there, we're probably gonna die.
I'm hoping not.
So am I. That doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Well, I will say this. If it has even a possibility of having something to help us, I think we should. I mean, obviously we're not going back to Port Nine Zaru, but
How many days has it been since this death curse has began?
It has been several months now.
So my assumption is that everyone who has been revived is pretty much dead or being kept alive by mystical means.
Yeah, and mystical means that you're aware of that work on this sort of thing are practically non-existent.
So wasting, I don't know, another week, fortnight probably won't make a difference because
Well, I mean, the other part of this is anyone who dies and people like attempt them, they don't come back, which suggests, and you would know this being of a religious background, you would know that more than likely indicates that somehow being detained or possibly destroyed. So just food for thought.
okay. Because it's not so much that people can't be revived, because that's not weird. It's that their souls are either being, detained, tortured, destroyed, what have you.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I mean it's really not like we're the only adventurers that have gone out looking to try to help. It's
Well, I guess maybe one of them can get to it faster than we can if we go through here.
And just so everybody knows, like, what the practical deal is here, you're basically gonna add, in theory, like 2 days of travel. Let me double check my math there. Yeah, you would basically add like 2 days of travel if you go out of your way to the wreckage and then Omu.
Yeah, there might be some stuff there to help us win. So
Okay. Well, yeah. It's.
it's a flying airship there or ship. There's probably some magical stuff around.
probably something. Or maybe we can get the ship working again and fly it over to Omu.
Yeah, we can go drop it on Omu.
Well, let's keep it, because then we could just fly. We could go fly back to Port Nine Zaru in a day, and then come back
That
to
works
Omu
too.
and drop a bomb on
I
them.
think one of the scouts chimes in and says, "Boat is in 3 pieces. I don't think you fix it.
A little bit of rope.
Lot of rope, big rope."
Well,
You got rope?
So Sirenny definitely looks conflicted, but she is more relaxed in remembering that there are other people who, in fact, are also on this mission, so that even if we wait, they're not going to wait. So it doesn't really matter to her who ends the death curse, just that it gets ended. So.
Okay. Cool. So to the wreck of the Star Goddess then. All right. So we'll say that for the sake of simplicity, you guys are able to get a full travel day in. Which means I need to like roll and see what kind of stuff you're dealing with. It's a misty day over the Valley of Lost Honor. Even more misty when the slight drizzle like hits the lava and begins to just flow back up in this really dense steam that kind of just floods the place. However, traveling is relatively easy. No crazy tropical storms or scorching heat, unless you're about to go take a dip in the lava, in which case that's on you. So you embark from Rockamar, and you get about halfway through your first travel day when Laura, are you officially with us, or are you just kind of in a listening capacity right now?
1 silence for yes, 2 silences for no.
Listening. Okay. Well, then I will narrate. Fib
Eric, if you're saying something, you cut out.
All I heard was Fib and then nothing.
Same.
Laura killed him.
Rip. Blame the Fibblestib. Oh, the joys of tech difficulties.
I was about to walk upstairs and see if he had like a stroke or something.
Hello?
There we go.
We can hear you.
Okay. That was interesting.
So we heard Fib, and that's it.
Fuck. Okay. All right.
I'm assuming you couldn't hear us either, telling you that we couldn't hear you.
Nope. And Discord said I was still all connected and good to go. So that was pretty great.
Yep. I didn't realize until you flipped the map on us, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't know.
No idea. Yeah. So
Scorpions.
Scorpions. Yeah, you're walking along, and Fib's thing goes off. You look around, and there's giant scorpions that are like creeping out of their dens against the rock. And so now we're on a battle map, and my initiative thing works, so I can roll Becca a terrible initiative score again.
Hooray!
I bet 4.
14.
4.
Deal with it.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't even know what to do now.
Did I fix that? I did.
Fix.
Wait, does your thing roll for mine?
My thing does not do your bonus
Okay.
deal. No.
Okay. So I did add it then. Cool.
That thing in chat it's a thing. Okay.
What?
So,
Oh.
Lucius, it is your turn.
Actually, it did add my thing, but I don't know if that makes a difference. So now my rolls are all good now.
Oh, it did. That's cool.
I changed it on my end. That was what I was saying. I didn't know if it used the number that if I were to roll it, because that should be fixed. I fixed that last round.
Yeah, I see. Okay, cool.
Uh,
Anyway,
Right. So, I guess I will go with the thing that never fails. First of all, I'm going to step back here. And this has not been a new day, correct?
correct. Yeah.
And was I able to get a short rest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So, seeing these scorpions, I am going to check my range, 60 feet, which is plenty. Yeah. So, I'm going to point in the direction of this scorpion,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to drop a necrotic ball, basically a necrotic flaming sphere on him, because I can do that every time I take a short rest. I can change one spell.
Indeed. Okay.
So,
Grab the sphere from another map. Bring it over. And got that right there. Make it all necrotic-y and stuff, I guess. Like, there we go. Cool. And it needs to make a dex save, right?
yes.
Let's do the thing. Dexterity. That is a 4.
All right, it would take 7 necrotic damage,
Okay, cool.
and just the rest of my turn is gonna be I'm gonna direct Sark to just kind of come hover right around in here, just off the ground, like enough off the ground that these things can't get to it, but just kind of sit there and
Mm-hmm.
exist.
Cool.
So
Sounds good.
that'll be it.
Sirenny. Becca.
Is you muted?
Did you have a stroke?
Entirely possible.
Is our internet just selectively shit for like one person at a time?
Maybe? I don't know. You sound fine now.
Sorry. I had important news to deploy.
You had important news to.
Impart.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me look at the map.
Top production quality here, folks.
I mean, it's not really a production, though.
I know.
It's more like you're doing a log of our game for convenience.
Very much so.
Oh, did Lucius hit the scorpion?
I did.
Yes, he hit it with his necrotic sphere.
How injured does it look?
It's hurt, but not anywhere near dead.
Okay, the closer one or the farther one, or the far one?
The one with the sphere, like right, meow.
I can't talk and look at the picture at the same time.
The one on the right.
I saw.
You attack that one?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So then, It needs to make another deck save. 11. So it takes 12 points of radiant damage. And yeah, cool.
That's it for me.
Sounds good. Thorv.
I guess I'll walk over here and shoot at it with my crossbow.
All right.
Since I can't do anything.
14 and 11. Those are both going to ricochet off the hardened exterior of the scorpion, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. Azaka is going to do something very similar. She's going to go up here, take out her longbow, and pew, pew. So one of them is a crit for 13 points of damage, and the other one misses. All right. Then scorpions. Just want to make sure you guys can still hear me, right?
Yes.
We can.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. So then we've got. What is your movement speed again, Scorpion? You're pretty fast. Okay. All right. So this Scorpion is going to skitter around up here, and it is going to skitter up to Thorv and make 3 attacks. 1 with each claw and 1 with its stinger. So first claw attack. 22 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, so you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled by the scorpion. Then, second, also a 22 to hit.
Yep.
You take another 4 points of bludgeoning. And, I mean, you're still grappled by the scorpion. And then it's going to sting you. Luckily, that is only an 8 to hit. Okay, cool. Then, farthest back scorpion is going to... Let's see, I'm going to waypoint this to make sure I know how far it's traveling. We'll say it gets here, so that's 20. Okay, so dashing to get there, it advances to Azaka. Then this other one also has to dash to get into the action and is going to move over here. All right, Fib, it's your turn. Are you able to speak yet? That's looking like a no. No, but Bane. Okay. Bane. Alright, so let's have a look. I'm going to pop open Fib's character sheet. And let's click on Bane and see what happens. We'll say level 1. Yeah, it's up to 3 creatures. Perfect. So, Scorpion charisma saves. Ooh, this is not going to go well for them.
Not very charismatic scorpions.
Alright, so let's see. What is Fib's DC? I
think it's a
wonder.
14 or 15?
Looks like a 15 off the character
Yeah.
sheet, which means one of the scorpions barely passes. But the other 2 roll a combined 12. So we'll say this one gets a sleepy ninja, and this one gets a sleepy ninja.
Yay, sleepy ninjas.
Okay. Cool. So that seems to be Fib's turn. I'm guessing she probably doesn't want to back out of potential melee because opportunity attack. But we'll let her retcon that if there's anything else. Yeah, kind of leave that a little open-ended for now. Groilmod, it's your turn.
Hunter's mark on that one.
I missed your ping. That one. Okay, got it.
All right, there's my first attack.
Okay, that absolutely hits.
And my second attack.
Absolutely hits.
Okay, so let's see. That is 9 on the first. And then that is 11 on the second. And that 11 is just enough to drop the northernmost scorpion.
Okay. That will be it for my turn.
Sweet. Back to Lucius.
All right. Quick reminder. Are we going off of, for my little guy, are we going off of being able to use rays or no?
No raise.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then he's going to start sparking with electrical energy and just come down and boop. Oh, I'm on the measuring tool. Boop the one he's right on top of.
Okay.
So
Oh shit. Okay, so he like zooms down toward the scorpion. You actually hear him making like
yes. He's got two of his eye stalks out like sideways too, like airplane wings.
And yeah, just like kamikaze's the thing with a shocking grasp. Because really, a gazer can't exactly grasp. But
No,
we'll say like
I just imagine he
the
like
eye
it just
stalk
like
is-
bumps
yeah.
into it.
yeah, just boom. Bzz.
Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
And then I'm going to move my ball to like I think it was there. Yeah.
like-
So I basically want to bump the scorpion with it. But
Okay.
if I can have it go there, just so it's away from everybody else.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's another dex save, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 9, which I believe is a failure.
Yes. So 11 necrotic.
All right. So between the taser and the necrotic damage, this scorpion has gone from looking perfectly healthy to arguably bloodied at this point.
All right. I'm just gonna duck back around here behind Fib, and that'll end my turn.
All right. Tyranny.
Okay, I am going to do the same thing I did, but with the farther one, because ranged weapon, ranged.
Yes. Well, actually, if you're doing the same thing, that's just a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
So you
can
could.
cast that at like melee with no.
Then I guess. No, I'll also cast it the farther one.
Okay. So dex save. That is 19. Right. Yeah, and that's just a straight up thing. Okay. So your sacred flame misses this time. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Thorv.
I'll walk over here and stab the one
All
up
right.
to the north of me twice.
Oof, probably
Nice.
don't have to do it a second time.
Actually, yeah, he will.
Ooh. Well, there you go.
Okay, so yeah, we got 13 on the first one. You just you crack through like one of the larger plates on the thing's carapace. So that's 13 on the first, and then 12 on the second. This thing is like it's screeching and it looks like disoriented, but it is still standing, just barely.
Wow.
Alright, I'll use action surge and take another swing at it.
All right. Oof.
And one more.
No.
Scorpion. Okay.
Okay. You fucking tried, man. All right. Let's see. Azaka gonna try and steal your kill. I guess since she's now kind of involuntarily close quarters, we'll go 2 claw attacks. So first one against that one to the north, trying to finish it. Hits. And so yes, Azaka like lunges in, and like as Thorv has kind of like scared it off balance a little bit, kind of has it on its, I don't know, do scorpions have heels? Probably not. But she flies in and just like tears off a big chunk of it and just gets to the soft gooey insides and finishes off that scorpion. And she still has another attack, so she's gonna try and get started on the other one. Claw attack just misses, so this time it kind of glances off the exoskeleton. Now this scorpion is going to go. All right. So I suppose. Ooh, so many targets. I'm gonna roll for it because they're all like more or less equally threatening. Okay. So it's gonna turn around and I don't know, for random roll a d4 reasons, it's gonna attack Fib. So
Rude.
all right, so it's gonna make a claw attack. So I believe that hits and deals 6 points of bludgeoning damage to Fib. And Fib is grappled.
Did he take his bane?
Oh, actually he didn't, but is your AC 15 or
Is a 15?
Okay. Well, hold on. I'll just roll a d4. I'll tell you. Okay, -1. So yeah, it's an
I'm
18
just
to
kidding.
hit.
It's my AC's 19.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it hits you. You are grappled, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Owie.
And then it's gonna try and do that again. Ah, claw
It grabs
attack.
me with 2 claws?
Yeah.
One claw's a mating claw. That's.
Well, I mean, you know, multi-purpose, I guess. Okay, that's a new roll.
Alright, Fib's not into it.
Okay, so with the d4, that's still an 18 to hit.
God, okay.
So you take 10 bludgeoning from that, and
I'm double grappled.
yeah, and now it's gonna try and sting you.
What the? Alright.
Okay, that's roll for Bane. Hold on. That is a mere 20 to hit.
Good lord.
So make a con save.
Hey.
Great.
It's average.
Great, awesome. So you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's like, oh, that's not so bad. And then your body hurts everywhere because you take 19 points of poison damage.
Oh my god.
Your everything explodes.
So I was at max HP, which is 42 when this started. Now I'm at 3.
Hey!
Viv looks tired.
Yeah. So on the bright side, it's your turn now. So you could like, I don't know, do something maybe.
Cool. Okay. I am torn between stabbing and healing myself.
I mean,
You
yeah.
are grappled
Ah.
too.
Just don't be
Um,
torn between
yeah.
claws, is the thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen if I don't heal myself, so I'll do a heal.
Do
Wait.
remember that it is my turn before its turn.
Okay, that's fair.
And there is
Fib.
only one left.
Okay, that's even more fair. Okay, so Fib looks very indecisive, glances at Sierne and is just like, oh yeah, okay, good fight. And he's gonna do a stab. Did 11 hit it?
No, the rapier like bends as you try,
Oh,
try
no!
to jam it through.
Yeah. Okay. Here have some inspiring stuff. Who wants it? How about I always give it to Thorv, so there you go.
Thank you.
And she's, I think, not gonna move anywhere either.
You can't.
I think that's probably accurate.
Fib is just grappled between two large claws. She looks around. I think I'm gonna stay here.
I like it here. Not in a sexual way, though, because I rolled for it.
Okay. So I suppose that brings us to Groilmod.
I'm gonna go ahead and move my hunter's mark,
Mm-hmm.
and then my bow.
Oof. 12 is a no. 26 is a big yes. Okay. So 13 combined.
And I'm gonna use my Fury of the Small to add an extra 5.
Nice. So 18 points of damage. Pretty nasty hit dealt to the scorpion, but it is still looking relatively healthy.
That's it for me.
All right. Lucius.
Okay, so how high is this ridge?
Like negligible. It's probably like a stair step or two.
All right, so the ball is going to essentially like hop up on the ridge, and then I basically want it to hit and then end up, like here. I want it on the other side of people, if I can do that.
Okay. What is the radius on that, by the way? Like for the ending the turn thing.
5 foot.
5 foot. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's doable. Okay, so you swing it around, and I imagine there is a dex save in this giant scorpion's future.
There is.
That is a natural 20.
Well, that's fine. It takes 2 damage. 2 necrotic.
Okay.
And since that was my bonus action, I think I'm going to. Yeah, screw it. I think I'm just gonna step up around Fib, and I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna touch this thing myself. I'm gonna shocking grasp from my own hand.
Okay. Yeah, 17 hits. And you taser the thing.
And
And
I'm going to look at Fib, and I'm gonna say, "Get yourself free and run." And I'm gonna back up because it can't take a reaction now.
that is true.
So I'm gonna go right back to where I was, and that'll end my turn.
Fib
All
rolls
right.
her eyes and is like, okay, I'll get right on that. It's just that
I'll
easy.
just
leave.
squeeze my way right out of these two pincers. Yeah. Okay. Sierne. Becca. Hello.
I hear you. Oh, well,
I can't talk while not on this page. I'm trying to heal Fib.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't. I rolled terribly, but Fib gets 10.
It's
Does
something.
Fib have to make a saving roll to avoid being healed?
Right. So healing. That's cool. Anything else for Sierne?
Nope.
Okay. Thorv.
I'll try and hack its claws off.
All right. 19 hits, 17 hits, Who needs inspiration? Okay, so 12 and 9 points of damage. That's 21? All right, this thing is looking really messed up, but still standing.
Damn it.
And Azaka's turn to take the kill again.
Uh huh. All right, let's see if Azaka can come through here. So, claw attack the first. Natural 20. And so, just like before, just like a mere 6 seconds ago, she steals another kill, and just tears her way into the like core of this giant scorpion, just ripping chunks of armor and flesh away as it eventually just finishes squealing and collapses, dropping Fib down onto the wasteland ground below. Okay.
Ouch.
Tyranny will try to kind of catch Fib to like you know that like you know you're crowd surfing and you suddenly there's no one there kind of catch.
Yeah, like the I'm at least gonna soften the landing a little bit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You catch Fib with your whole body rather than like just your arms.
Okay. But with that, initiative is over, and you have defeated the giant scorpions.
Yay.
So, you guys want to do anything before you continue on, or?
Fib cuts the claws off of them. Just this one that got her.
Okay.
I'll harvest some scorpion meat and like lay it out because I feel like it would just become jerky in the sun.
We're just going full Fallout here, huh?
Are we gonna wait for it to become jerky?
No, I'll put it on a string and just carry it.
Okay.
All right, Fib, go ahead and make a survival check, because why not?
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, you harvest the heck out of those the scorpion claws, and sure, I mean you have both of them if you want them.
I just wanted to disrespect this scorpion, but
Okay.
also I like to have weird things in my my bag.
Fib can't carry anything because her pack's just full of useless shit.
Proceeds to dump out all the money and pile more useless shit in there.
Fib pulls out a jar of pennies, throws it in the dirt.
She just sprinkles it over the scorpions. And then stuffs the claws in the bag and walks off.
So, yeah, you still have a little bit of travel time left today. We'll just keep pushing through.
Yeah.
Sure. Can walking count as a short rest?
Nope.
Ooh. Okay.
I could use a break for a little bit too.
Are we in a jungle area? Because it looks like desert.
So you're still in the like the valley that kind of like flows out from the mountain that Rakamar is like carved into.
Okay.
Probably like by the end of the day, you'll be getting back into the jungle.
Okay. If it's not safe here, can we find somewhere that's relatively safe and take a rest?
That's
We're about
certainly an
halfway
option.
through the day, right?
Yeah, probably a little more than half. Like theoretically, if there were like 3 encounter rolls for a day, you'd probably have just finished the second one.
Yeah, let's continue on, I think. And then
But does Fib really want to take a rest in the middle of the desert and sun?
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Yuck. Okay, yeah, let's get out of the sun.
Let's go find a rock to hide behind.
Yeah.
Just like steal one of the scorpion burrows.
I cut all scorpion meat out, and I squeeze myself inside of it. And that's perfect shade.
We just
It's
drag
like-
her, tie a rope around it, and drag it behind like a sled.
It's like anti-Hoth.
Perfect. Yes. It's too hot. I have to get inside the creature.
Okay. So pushing ahead then. No rest.
I mean, we're getting close to a long rest anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
I
fine
mean,
with that. I can
okay.
make it if one encounter if we need to.
I should be able to survive.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and bring you back to the map here. And all right, so you continue on for another couple hours, and as you're kind of like you're reaching the point of the valley where like the vegetation isn't entirely driven off and prevented from even growing by the heat. So there's like a little bit of just kind of like scrub vegetation around, and you are walking beside one of the like farthest reaches of one of the like fissures that you can see the glow of lava issuing from down below, when you hear loud heavy footfalls running out of the very close woods. um So, as you're walking toward the tree line, something else comes running out of it towards you. And it is a big, lanky, hefty figure with like kind of clammy looking green skin, long, shaggy hair. It's like dragging some kind of big, blunt weapon behind it. Running out of the jungle towards you is a troll.
Yes. This is where I have advantage.
This silly troll thinks he's gonna kill 6 people.
Yeah, it does.
I'm glad I'm not in the.
Okay, it's running towards us to eat us, not running away from something, right?
I mean,
Is he drooling
guys.
like he's looking forward to a meal?
yeah, I mean, there's definitely that like crate kind of like how do I put it? Like just intent. Like finally, here's something I can use. So I'm gonna do the fancy initiative. Look at that.
I get
Tyranny
advantage.
roll.
It looks like it hates me now.
It's true. What hits the
You're just trying to prove me wrong. For finally giving me my due.
and Fib gets advantage, you said. Yeah, right, because of the thing. So I'm gonna roll it again. Just remember, first one was a 12, so then we roll again, and it is not rolling because you're already on. We'll destroy that one, and then I will roll again. Okay, why isn't it?
There you
There
go.
it is, and it's better. Cool.
How long do the
Pushes her way past Thorv.
how long do the inspirations last?
That's a good thing to know.
10 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's not
Yeah, I think it's 10.
that seems about
Yeah, that's 10.
right. Okay. Most importantly, I don't think so. Combat music. Azaka leaps into action with her longbow because
Am I the only one where he's cutting out something fierce?
No, you both kind of are.
oh yeah, I'm yellow bar right now. Okay, now it's a we will
No, you're still
longbow.
cutting out real bad.
Ah,
Am I cutting out?
No, you're
Fine.
good.
Weird.
I'm green too, so I don't know.
You're better
Yeah,
now.
says I'm
You're
green.
good too.
Okay. Well, how about now? Can you hear me?
Still bad.
It's kind of hit
Fuck.
and miss. Yeah.
That sounded fine to me, so I don't know.
Okay. So we killed the DM, so we killed the troll.
We won!
That's how
We
that
won
works,
D&D.
Yeah. We free all the people, we get all the riches, and yeah, everybody lives happily ever after, except for those that we killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
You sound a lot better now.
Cool. Well, I hope it stays that way. So Azaka shoots at the troll, misses the first time, but the second one hits, and it like, pierces into the troll, but doesn't really slow it down because it's a big fucking troll and it's not scared of little tiny arrows. Next, Lucius.
Alright. I am going to check the range on this again, because I always have to. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, plenty. So, I am going to do my traditional thing, but at a higher level. I'm going to cast
Okay.
a 3rd level flaming sphere, and it's going to be flaming. Because I can't change
Sphere?
it. Huh?
A flaming sphere?
Yes. And I'm going to
Okay.
put it in front of the troll.
All right. That's a 16 on the dex save.
So it takes 5 damage.
All right. I'm gonna grab that sphere again. Do. That. Make it not tinted. Okay.
And then I'm gonna
Cool.
send Sark, like
Mhm.
kind of hovering about. Oops, I'm on the measure tool. Hovering here, just out of reach of the troll.
Cool.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. So, it's in there. All right. Fib.
Okay. No, wait, I wanted that at higher level, you fool. I'm gonna cast it 3rd, so it does
2 more d6.
that much extra.
Hey.
And
Okay.
it's a 15 and not an 11 like the liar spell card
Well,
says.
it rolled exactly a 15.
God damn it! Okay, well, it still takes half.
Okay.
And Fiz's gonna stay there because she hurt and she doesn't want to approach it.
All right. And so thing is like running towards you, and there's like the flaming into the front of it, and then Fib does like the dissonant whispers thing, and it just like keeps running. Okay. Thorv, you're an up close and personal combatant, and the enemy is not up close and personal yet. What are you
Yep.
gonna do?
I'll yell and run towards it. And then shoot it.
Okay. Nice. Both of those are gonna hit for sure. So 8 points as one of the crossbow bolts like plunks into its chest, and it kind of like and just keeps running, and then you like catch it in the neck with the next one, and there's just like this squirt of like blackish blood just still alive, still looking hungry, still running towards you, but yeah, it's starting to look a little beat up.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. Cyrene. And I know you can't speak. Right
Purity,
now.
yeah. Remembering that Thor is a little hurt, is going to run up to him and heal him a bit.
All right. And so Thorv is completely healed back up.
Yep, all better. Thank you.
And then I'll move back there and protect Fib.
Cool.
Hmm.
Groyalmod,
Hunter's Mark longbow.
you got it. Okay, 25 and 20 definitely hit. 6 plus 9, 15. All right.
My level 1 cure wounds was the same as my level 2.
And that's it for Gromod.
Cool. Yeah, so this troll is like looking like a pincushion at this point. Like there's what 5 or 6 projectiles just sticking out of it. Okay. So then the troll, having grossly overestimated its chances in this fight, let's see it. I mean, yeah, he's committed, so he's gonna run around the fire and yeah, so he's gonna go like right here, and then he's gonna attack Thorv. 2 claws, 1 bite. First claw, no. Second, 17, also no. Bite, 13, also no.
Good
You
try.
brought a knife to a gunfight.
And he took fire damage, so you notice, that troll thing that everybody's heard about, how they like heal up. Not working. Weird. Okay, Azaka's turn. Longbow, 1 and 2. 22 is gonna hit for 9 points of piercing damage. And a natural 1 is definitely not gonna hit. Lucius.
Alright, how is it looking?
Pretty beat up. Like, you get the impression it's fighting now because it knows it can't make it back into the tree line.
Alright, well, now that it's accepted its fate, I'm gonna bounce my flaming ball into its back.
Okay.
So,
Dex save.
yeah.
It's a 20 on the dex save.
So, takes 5.
Okay.
And I think you know what's coming. You hear the lightning crackling up above, and the fucking taser
Okay.
comes in.
Okay, so all right. So Sark comes dive bombing in, crackling with electricity, and you see the troll get like zapped and it's like convulsing and it starts to stumble and like lose control of itself, and it just wobbles its way right off the cliff into the lava down below.
Just for flavor, the ball will follow.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, if
we
you look
can't get
over,
any
you
loot from him.
just see the troll like sizzling, and like we know you don't just like fall into lava and get enclosed by it, but guess what? Troll just fucking boils. So
Oh, it smells really bad.
it probably does. So yeah. Cool. Well, that was a thing.
That was crazy.
That was like a terrible 12 seconds for that troll.
Shouldn't have attacked us. His bad.
All
He goes,
right.
oh, food!
No way! I've made a mistake!
You attack a wizard with all fire spells, too.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, that's a thing. And as mentioned before, if hypothetically there were 3 encounter rolls to a day, you guys would have probably just cleared your 3rd one. So
Did we do all 3 encounters?
no, you
2
did
of 3.
2.
Yeah.
So you left Rockamar, and then the morning one you didn't get anything, but then the next two both came up with encounters.
I mean, it kind of balances out for the literally entire sessions we've had with no combat.
Yeah.
Also, that combat was very short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun, though.
Both of them were.
Yeah, like
Fair,
realistically,
but the
they both
first
lasted
combat, I wasn't here, so.
like.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so we wrap up a travel day with you guys having gotten to, let's say, like right about here. And so when the day comes to an end, you can camp, get a long rest, all of that good stuff.
We got the dome to protect us.
Yeah, you know, you're like legit adventurers now that don't just have to, you know, hang out in the rain or whatever nature gives you. So after resting safely and comfortably for the requisite 8 hours,
I am swapping a couple spells. So,
okay.
Is the floor of this bubble comfy?
It's just the ground.
It's climate controlled. It's
Yeah.
climate controlled ground.
And it's like lit or dim, however she chooses.
I mean, it's Fib. What do you think she chose?
Dark.
Yeah, probably.
I had no idea what you're talking about.
The inside of your
Yeah,
dome.
no, I got that now. I was like, when did we go in a dome? Because I always refer to it as my house.
Oh.
Because it looks like a house to me.
This has this very interesting concept of this whole house thing.
Yeah. It's
Also,
because-
are we just leaving our dwarf friends outside of the dome?
No, they
I mean,
can.
there's,
I think
there's room
we
for them.
could. How many dwarf friends do we have?
Just 2.
They could fit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're all.
This fits 9.
Yeah.
Good, there's room for Blue Boy too.
No.
for me.
Wait, how big is Blue Boy? Is he
He's
large?
medium.
He's not
Okay.
large yet because he's not full grown.
Okay, yeah, he can fit then.
Okay. So yeah, next day comes around. It is sunny with rain showers.
Ugh, that's so horrible.
Literally, like the dome pops and Fib and Lucius are both standing there looking out, and then all of a sudden it's just both.
Synchronized sigh.
Yep.
Serenity loves this weather.
Ugh.
Okay. So today you embark from camp back into the jungle, and as you are traveling, I would like Groilmod to make a nature check with advantage.
Boy, that advantage sure makes a difference.
That advantage.
Yeah.
All right.
And actually, I think that gets another 3. Not that that's really important at this point.
Yeah, I mean you succeed by like a mile. Okay. So you as you're traveling, you notice just like kind of along the path that you're taking, there is a tree with a bunch of ripe-looking dancing monkey fruit, which Groilmod, you would know tastes pretty good and has some funny side effects. Specifically, you'd know that people who don't have the most tolerance to it are like basically compelled to just get up and start dancing for like a minute.
Grandma does a little hop in place, like, "Oh my god, guys, we gotta get some of this fruit. It's so good. Oh my god."
I'll send Sark up to start knocking down fruits.
Okay. So yeah, it's relatively easy to knock down like 7 fully ripe pieces of dancing monkey fruit, which is like, think of like a pear except it's fuzzy like a kiwi.
Um,
I'll ask Goromod what this is.
It dancing monkey fruit. It's so good.
I'm gonna burn a spell. I want to cast Identify on the fucking thing.
Okay.
Why?
I want to.
Magic fruit.
Well, no, we're out in the jungle. I want to see if it's anything that I can figure out what it is.
Magic fruit.
Yeah.
I trust Groilmod and I eat one.
Okay, make a con
I
save.
also eat one.
Anybody who's eating one, make a con save.
What? We trust Gromod though.
I can't say. I'm not eating mine.
I'm
I am
trying.
identifying.
Okay, Gromot, you eat it and enjoy it, and it's nice. Tyranny, same. Fib.
Fib is so bad at con saves every time.
Yeah. So you take a bite out of the fruit, and like it's really good. Like it's sweet, and you know it's got like just the right amount of like tartness to it. And as you are enjoying the fruit, you just have this like this irresistible urge to just kind of like move and dance, and it's like this weird like yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, big you know like goth slender man is just dancing in the woods.
Seeing the results, I'll take a bite too.
Okay. Yeah, you enjoy it.
I enjoy just watching Fib.
Yeah, I'm going to refrain from eating it.
I'm
Okay.
trying to find a video of how Fib dances.
Like, well, I figured it would kind of be like, you know, one of those like, I don't know, what's it called? Expression, like ballerina expressionism.
Yeah, I think I've said before that she does dance like a ballerina.
Okay.
Once everyone who's going to eat it has clearly decided and eaten it, Grandma's just gonna start laughing hysterically when he sees
Horrible.
his best part of fruit.
So yeah, Lucius, you cast Identify on it, and like, yes, it is a magical effect, and in fact, there's a similar spell, that it has a very similar effect to what you're seeing in front of you, but otherwise, the fruit seems entirely harmless, and let's see. Oh, except, and I think you notice this as Fib kind of wraps up her dance. It leaves you feeling a little out of it for like an hour or so. So Fib, you know, hypothetically, if we were to like encounter something in the next hour, you'd be poisoned for that. But
Oh,
yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Fib does not act like she pretends she meant to do that all the whole time.
Nice.
She gives a little bow when she finishes.
I'm just gonna pocket the one that I have.
Okay.
So.
Tyranny claps.
Fib
Does Fib
blushes.
look? Does Fib look like she's been poisoned, or?
Like maybe a little bit. I mean, you know, probably like that like woozy, kind of like mild hangover situation. Yeah.
I have experience of that from today, so I know how it feels.
Okay.
Well, I heal her from it.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So, the rest of the day, and in fact, the rest of the trip to the wreck of the Star Goddess goes by uneventfully.
I will say, that night after everybody has gone to sleep, I'm gonna pull that fruit out and I'm gonna take a bite.
Okay. Make a con save. Yep. So
Lucius wants
Lucius
some
is
dance.
just dancing alone in the woods.
Well, I mean, I would be in the dome,
Okay.
but
So-
I'm just kind of dancing and I'm giggling at it too.
Please don't step on us.
Yeah. So just like standing up in the middle of like the crowded. Just doing a little
and
dance.
jig. Yep.
Grohmod wakes up and like groggily wipes his eyes and just goes.
I just
And he just
I
rolls
do
back
like
over.
the dad finger guns at Groilmod while I'm dancing.
Groilmon has like a weird maniacal side to him.
It's harmless fun, but
Yeah, in like a good way.
so. But after that, I will just fall asleep, and I assume I can sleep the poison off.
Yeah, you can. So you guys, you want to like take an unexplored route more or less, so you can clear some hexes, or
Yeah.
okay. So we'll say that you go like here, 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 before yeah, you kind of have to cut over, but. Then, let me not delete the name of this thing, but rather delete these other hexes.
Don't delete the X either.
I'm gonna do my best, but no promises, because it's taking up a lot of valuable screen real estate here.
Yeah, I know.
How will we know where the spot is?
Oh, I moved it.
Ah! It's moving!
Yep.
Chase it!
Yep,
Sir, get it!
there you go.
Cool.
Something like that. Okay. So, we'll say like around midday on the day when you arrive, which is, let's see, so this would be second day, third day, fourth day. Alright, so like midday of the fifth travel day out of Rockamar, you notice what it is that you've been traveling toward this whole time. So, up in one of the fucking massive trees that make up this jungle of Chult, you see, well, it's definitely in three pieces, like one of the dwarves mentioned to you. And in fact, like it's really precariously balanced on a series of the branches up in this big tree. And looking at it, you kind of get the impression that the only thing that's really holding it there is the few bits of rigging that have actually hooked some of the branches above, and then the horribly punctured remains of what looks like it was kind of like a hot air balloon assembly. So, yeah, basically, before it crashed, this thing would have been like a traditional like boat with a hot air balloon kind of situation going on up top.
Huh. Okay.
Now it is just wreckage. And you are kind of looking at it and trying to discern when you hear a familiar kind of like growling, gurgling sound from, well, a little closer to your level. And you look to the base of the tree, and you see a bunch of ghouls that are like kind of clawing at it and trying to find purchase to climb up and get at the wreckage.
How high
My
up
long
is
lost
the wreckage?
family.
Probably the lowest part of the ship from here would be like 50 feet up.
Gotcha. And the ghouls are at the bottom. They're just scratching at like the base of the tree.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then is this, how big of a ship was this?
Let's see. So this ship is probably, do a quick kind of eyeball measure here. Yeah, you're looking at probably feet in length.
What was that?
A good 80 feet in length.
Okay. And you said it's pretty precariously perched. Does it look like it could hold the weight of a couple people up there?
Yeah, I mean, like it's big enough and relatively entangled enough that you don't think the weight of one or two people, or even maybe a couple more, would be the difference between being up there and being on the ground.
Okay. Well, I will look to the group and I'll say, well, I can cast Fly on myself and just ferry a couple people up. Maybe take...
How many ghouls are there?
Like 8.
Do we have our dwarf friends cast a couple of those jump spells on us?
Unfortunately, they're not the learned dwarves that are capable of doing that sort of thing.
Are we not capable of killing these ghouls, or?
I mean, you could certainly give it a go. I mean, they're ghouls. You fought them before.
Yeah, I don't remember how well it went. How well did it go when we fought them before?
It wasn't terrible. I mean, like, when you first met Artis and Dragonbait, they were being chased by a pack of ghouls, and you threw down with them and seemed to go all right. Now, granted, you did have Artis and Dragonbait, but still,
Now
manageable.
we're a few levels higher, too.
Yeah.
We should be fine.
Yeah,
Let's go kill 'em.
we could just avoid them. But yeah, we'll kill them.
I mean, I would rather kill the unnatural ghouls than just avoid them.
Okay.
And I think we all know what Gromod thinks about this situation, so...
Yes. Rage.
All right. So, moving everything over here. You guys just gonna, like, go in on the ghouls?
I mean, can we sneak attack them?
Probably. They seem pretty distracted.
You and I aren't very sneaky, but we can try.
So,
I mean, free attacks are free attacks.
it's true. If that's the plan, I would like everybody to make a stealth check.
I'm hanging back,
Ooh.
actually.
Not very sneaky.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Making up for last time.
Just looking up at the boat, trying to figure out how to get up there.
Okay. So we
I
got
did roll
Thor.
better than Thor's.
Yeah. Got Thor sneaking up, Gromod, Cyrene. And Lucius is hanging back a little bit.
Don't you get disadvantage too? No.
Yeah.
I can make Fib's stealth check for her.
Okay, I guess you beat me. Or tie.
9 for Fib on the stealth check. We have yet to break double digits. Okay. So,
The ghouls are distracted and somehow we catch their attention.
yeah, like I think it's just the combined failure that you know, just like you're crunching through the woods and like, you know, somebody just full on snaps like a small branch off of one of the nearby bushes, and like half the ghouls just turn around like and yeah, I guess it's time to roll some initiative. So I'll get you to the map in a second. Also, hold Laura, back at your computer.
Yeah, I'm coming back right now.
Okay. Make sure you top off your HP before we get started here.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, move everybody over to here, and then initiative, and more initiative for the ghouls. There you go. That better for Sirenny? I think that's a more comfortable, familiar location.
I told you 4 was it has been foretold that 4 was going to be.
Is that Portal?
Hey, I'm back at the bottom too.
Yeah, and oh yeah, Fib gets advantage, but like I feel like
I
that's
think, yeah, I think she's good.
I think she's good too. Okay, so Fib, you're sneaking up on these things, and it doesn't go so well, and they turn around and they're like about to start running at you. What do you do?
They look so creepy. Fib's gonna pull out her pipes. Let me get to it first. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
That's an attack roll. Are you gonna club them with your pipes?
Why are they
I
on?
swing my pipes around and they go as they hit.
They have to make a wisdom save. DC 15.
Okay, and that's probably all of them. What's the radius?
Actually, I might have to walk closer. I gotta find the line. Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit closer. It's within 30 feet of me.
Okay, and you get to choose the targets.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. And wisdom, you said?
Yeah.
All right. 8 wisdom saves. So I roll them. So, remind me of the DC one more time. I'm sorry.
15.
15. Okay. Fail. Succeed. Succeed. Fail. Fail. Succeed. Succeed. Fail. Okay. Well, that was interesting. So half of them actually managed to be wise. Okay.
Okay, well, Fib is gonna move back again, because that's just all of her movement. She
Okay.
doesn't like being the target of all these guys.
All right.
And she turns to Sirenny and says, "Alright, go get him." Give Sirenny an inspiration.
Cool. Finish marking all these guys as being scared. All right. Lucius.
All right. I guess fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna I need a 20-foot radius, please.
Okay.
And as long as I can get all those creepy looking bastards in it, I'm gonna drop a radiant fireball on top of them.
That seems like
This
a
is
thing you
the
can do.
perfect time for AoEs.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the crappy thing is
So-
it's one of my 2 third-level spells, which Fly also is, but it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so like technically like the way the fireball looks isn't the way that it actually is. You are able to hit all of them.
Okay.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's fine. So then I will pop that back. Doot. All right, and that's a bunch of deck saves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of deck saves. Oh, cool.
Is it half damage?
Yeah, if they succeed, it's half.
Yeah. So either way, lots of damage getting dealt here.
And it's already.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just trying to resize this so I can mark damage as I roll saves. Okay. So, first one is going to just barely succeed. Okay. So then that is only 16 points of damage. Next one fails and is wiped out. Next one fails and is wiped out. Fails. 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 Succeeds. And fails. So yeah, just and there's like this rain of ghoul parts that just like comes sprinkling back down to the ground, and there are two that are still there and just looking horrible, like just blasted, and like, you know, one of them's probably like barely able to stand upright because it's part of its leg is blown off, like yeah.
So I'm gonna take 2 steps up here, and for added effect, I'm gonna blow on my finger like it's a finger gun, and just like prestidigitation a little smoke out of my finger.
Lucius does love his finger guns.
It works in this case. I just blew them the fuck up. So that's it.
All right. Cool. Azaka's gonna try and do some more cleanup. So, longbow kills one, misses the other. So we'll say the closer one is dead. Then the last remaining ghoul. I mean, like, it's dumb as shit, and it doesn't really have self-preservation instinct. So, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna run up and try and at least.
Is it scared?
Oh, that's right. Yep, it's scared, so it can't approach Fib. So yeah, and let's see, is there any stipulation on that? Yeah, no, it just can't move closer, so it's normal fear. Okay, cool. Well then, it's I guess it's gonna run. So this ghoul just bolts off into the woods and is gonna like repeat its save because that's totally worth doing. No, it just fails. Okay. Gromot?
All right, that should give me a little bit better line of sight. I'm going to use my hunter's mark and shoot it with my bow.
For sure. Yes, it's dead. So as it just goes sprinting off into the woods, Gromod lines up a shot, and we just see the slow-mo like kill cam from Skyrim as it like face plants down into the ground. All right. So yeah, the last ghoul like skids to a halt, face down in the dirt, and you hear a kind of like crackly voice from up in the trees. All right. Yeah. So you hear a voice, like kind of barely audible from this distance, and like, you know, having difficulty projecting, but you just hear somebody say, Thank you. Can you help us? You look up and you see a badly like sunburned, dehydrated looking human woman kind of peering over the one part of the ship.
Remember what happened last time we tried to help someone?
Oh, hello. How many of you are up there?
She turns, does a quick head count as the DM moves his stuff over to actually look and see how many people are up there. And she says, roll 20 should load faster. Yeah, so she says there are 6 of them all told.
How'd you get up there? Why are you all the way out here?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I'll walk up to Sierne and I'll say, save it till we're there, and I'm gonna cast Fly on Sierne and I'm gonna grab on.
Sierne,
We
you
go
can
to the
fly.
airship.
Huh?
We go to the airship.
To the airship. Okay. So you go flying up into the tree, and so yeah, there's like.
I'll just turn and yell back, we'll be back in a minute!
Okay, so there are 3 parts, and the lower rear. The middle is where you were speaking to the person from, and then there's like the very front of the ship, which is a bit higher up. I'm assuming you're going to the middle.
I'm going to the person.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So the 2 of you fly up and ever so gently come back down and land on the severely splintered and just annihilated deck of the ship. And yeah, mostly kind of like sitting or lying there with practically no cover from the sun and visibly exhausted, dehydrated, kind of wasting away, like starving as their rations gave out some time ago. You see 4 survivors on this level of the ship. The woman with whom you'd been talking kind of slumps back down against the rail and looks up at you.
I start pouring water.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so you just start. I'm sorry, I keep talking over you because I don't hear you start. Go ahead.
Into whatever there is to pour into.
Okay. Yeah. So there's probably like some flasks and canteens that they would have like had on their persons.
Don't you have the jug? You could just pull the alchemy jug and let them all...
Somebody has the jug.
I'm pretty sure it's Sierne.
I do have the jug, so I can just use the jug too.
Okay.
Make them some mayo.
Sweet sustenance.
Get water from the jug.
Okay.
I advise them to go slowly, so they don't throw it back up.
And I will say, we do need to hurry, and because this spell's not going to last too long, so we need to get everybody down as quickly as we can. And I'll turn to the person that was originally, like, got our attention. I'll say, is there anybody else or anything that you guys need on either of the ship pieces that are not connected to this?
Well, she points over at the lower like back end of the ship where you can see a couple of similarly malnourished survivors. Other than that, she says, no, we'll be happy to escape with our lives.
I will start ferrying them up and down
So
if they let me.
I'm gonna keep her here and talk to her while you're doing this. I would like to know what they had on the ship, like what they were carrying.
All right. So yeah, and begin to, well, it's kind of the beginning of a montage, but it gets interrupted. Is the wrinkle here? So Cyrene, we'll say you like bring down one of the survivors from the deck, and Lucius, you start nature of their cargo, which honestly, the lady that you're speaking to, Thessalandra, she doesn't really know a whole lot about it. Just like general trade goods. This was a route that they flew like several times every month. They just happened to be passing over Chult, and they got attacked by Terrafolk.
Oh.
And as she's beginning to kind of tell you more of the details, you hear loud disturbances from the nearby tree canopy as something or some things very large seem to be making their way towards you.
Towards like me.
Toward the collective scraps of this ship.
All right.
I fly faster.
I start climbing up one of the trees that has the ship in it.
Make an athletics check.
I'm just gonna pull out my wand of fear and get ready to pop
Okay.
it as soon as I see something.
Cool. Yeah, Thorv, you can climb to whichever part of the ship you'd like to climb to.
I'll climb to the one that they're on.
Okay. So yeah, Thorv is now on this like middle chunk of the ship as well.
There's something down there.
Actually, there's something up here.
Oh, it's up there.
Yeah.
I thought I was just coming through the trees.
It's like coming along the canopy. So like the kind of it's on a beeline toward the ship.
We can hear it on the ground though.
Yeah, you'd be able to hear it because it's a loud enough disturbance that I think everybody would be able to pick it up.
Okay, is where they are within 30 feet of us?
It's 50 feet up.
Can I climb 20 feet and then use my teleport to get the extra 30?
Make an athletics check with advantage. Say.
Okay.
What's my fly speed?
Oh,
Third?
less than
Yeah, let me
advantage.
check. 60.
Okay. So yeah, you easily get one person like down, and you are back up. And
Yeah, it takes 12 seconds for me to get someone up and
right.
down and toward.
Yeah. So let's figure out where everybody else is gonna be. So, does Groilmod have any reason to go up into the tree, or is he probably just hanging out down there?
Just hanging out, keeping an eye out for anything that might be coming on the ground level.
Okay, cool. And then let's see. Azaka would probably go up. Let's see. We have
Turns into a cat and climbs a tree. Then she gets stuck up here because she can't get back down.
Yeah, yeah, so Fib makes it up. Fib, you want to be on that same like middle portion of the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. So get Fib up here. Cool. And so as with a lot of you kind of clamber up the tree trunk and haul your way up, rigging and every spending stuff here. There is like a loud roaring sound from very close now. It's a vaguely familiar, something off about it. Let's see,
So 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds vaguely like a Giralon. But something is sickly or off about it.
An undead Giralon?
I don't know, maybe. So as I don't know, Cyrene is we'll just say thinking it because really that wasn't her check. You know, we'll just for fun. As you're thinking, could it be an undead Giralon? An undead Giralon comes leaping across, landing a few branches above the part of the tree that you are currently on, and you hear more sounds coming from across the way, as it sounds as though this thing is not alone. So, put on here in a somewhat reasonable fashion. We have like a fancy battle map, but it doesn't have a ground level. So, yes, we'll put him on like part of the tree, I guess, for now. And we'll get Azaka up here. Okay, so I'm going to move us over, and then if you have any questions about the map, would be the time as I'm grabbing the undead Giralon to put on here.
I feel like we're in Tarzan.
I'm like, is it gonna be like a leopard, a tiger?
Hey, Sadie.
Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Like, hey, what the heck is that thing?
My screen's all black.
All black. Maybe your token does not have. Yeah, it doesn't have sight. That'd be why. There you go.
That'll do it. Much better.
Okay. I see pinging. That is a survivor.
Ah, I was muted.
What about these other two then? How come they're different?
They are more generic survivors.
Okay.
That one off on the other piece of the boat.
Yes, that's the one that Taylor was pinging a second ago.
And the Giralon is already over there, like right next to us.
Yeah, we'll say it's like it's above you though, so like it's not immediately in threatening range, but probably like in a turn it'll be down there on top of you guys. So I'm gonna clear the old initiative if I can.
This is the mating guy, right?
It's a dead
one
version of it.
One of his kind, yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 people down, and I'm up there again to grab a third, or
If that's what you're gonna focus on, then yes, you can get another one down.
okay. How long does fly last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's an affirmative.
I will. I mean, okay. I can fly them down, and then the Giralon will get there, and then I can fly up, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, I'm grabbing a third one.
Okay. So we'll do that, and then I'm gonna try and highlight people and roll some initiative. Do that, and that.
There it is.
And
I think
that.
we're wearing out our initiative rolls.
Okay. Cool. So we've got exhausted crew members who really can't do shit other than try and survive. So that's what Thessalandra is gonna do, is kind of just like basically scoot back, and she kind of weakly draws a blade from her side and just kind of points it, hoping not to have to use it as she just scoots back. see. Oh, I gotta roll advantage for Fib before I forget and we get too far out of potential turn order here. So she started with a 7. Now, if I delete her thing and roll it again, she gets...
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Fib, it's your turn. Sorry, Thorv.
Okay. I don't know what the intelligence of this thing is, but is it
It is an undead.
what is yeah.
It is not a
Yeah, I
fiend.
won't do that.
I would assume it's less than 4.
Well, I don't know what a 4 is. I don't know what most animal intelligence are.
Most
Fine.
are less
Between
than
like
4.
5 to 7. What? Really?
Usually even lower than that, honestly.
Fine. We need to fight a person, alright? I'll just do a Dissonant Whispers on it. But I'll do
Okay.
it at 3rd or 2nd, so it's another d6.
Okay.
Another 2 damage.
How wise does the zombie thing feel?
It shouldn't be very wise, if we're being fair.
I mean, it's just a -1. It's fine.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, Dissonant Whispers. Yeah. Let me make sure of one thing. Yep, it definitely takes that damage.
Yay.
And
It has to
yeah, just
turn around and run away.
so
Bye-bye, gorilla.
So, a boar and a mastiff, 2 of the smartest creatures in this world, have a 3 and a 2 intelligence.
Alright, let's just attack these people next, so I can use this spell.
That's great. Yeah, that's a great plan. Okay. Thorv, the thing is running away.
Why'd you make it run away? Now I gotta run after it.
Well, you don't have to run after it!
Alright, well, I'll shoot at it.
Hey!
That's what happens when you
All
piss
right.
Thorv off.
Those both hit for sure.
That's
Okay.
it. I'll just wait there at the rail for it to come back.
All right. Zaka is doing very much the same. First shot, second shot, both hit. You guys are tearing this thing up. All right. Then it is finally the zombie's turn, and it's going to.
And it's turn with a wisdom save, right? Because
Excuse me.
because of the fear from Dissonant Whispers.
It's not like a fear effect. It's just the.
Oh, it just runs, doesn't it? I forgot
Yeah.
about that. I thought that.
Well, no. So it already ran because it had to use
Right.
its reaction to run as far as its speed allows, and so now it just.
Gotcha.
gonna-
I forgot that.
gonna
I
do
was
that.
thinking that it was a persistent fear.
Yeah, no, we have lots of those, but
Yeah.
Dissonant Whispers is not one of
I'm
them.
confusing the 75 different fears we have.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just gonna like swing right back around and dash and like land it down on the deck, and I'd like everybody to make a deck save.
Oh no.
No one fall off.
Okay.
Wait, do I need to make a
should've
deck
given-
save since I'm not on the deck?
No, you're not up there yet. I just had set you there because you were up rescuing people and whatnot. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a thing, and we'll see what comes of it. All right. So Thorv, you wobble a little bit, and you stumble back here. Could
Okay.
certainly have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that was almost another balcony situation. Fall off and then it falls on you.
Yeah, you know.
Just get crushed by a boat.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right side, I just dropped off my passenger so I could try to catch you.
And then there's another roar from across the way as a Giralon zombie flings itself over to this tree. We'll say, like, using its dash to get there from the other tree. Actually, scooted over. One there, just like that. Everybody make a dex save. Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good. It's like, it's sketchy, but you're okay. Maybe they counterbalanced each other or something. And you hear another roar not too far behind this one. And that's the end of their turn for now. So, Gromod, you're at ground level.
That's too
And
many roars.
there's a fight going on about 50 feet up. What do you want to do?
That is a very good question.
As an option, you can jump on my back and I can fly you up on my way. If you want.
I feel like I've got to wait a little bit for that to happen.
Well, she's down there by you, so
I'm on the ground. I literally
Then
just
yeah,
dropped off.
I'll take that off.
okay. So we'll say you can like use your movement to basically use Cyrene as a mount, and so then like sitting up on her shoulders, I would say you could probably hold an action for when you get line of sight if you'd like to do that as well.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, so we got Gromod riding into battle. Oh, I'm sorry, Gromod Dragon Slayer riding into battle.
Very important.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just move you over here for convenience, and then when it's Cyrene's turn, we'll say that you can take that shot. All right. So we got one of the survivors who is just like surrounded by this clusterfuck. Just doing the scared butt scoot away, like over there, I guess. And he's not thinking quite right, so he's probably gonna take an opportunity attack. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, he's gonna die.
He's probably gonna die.
Good.
Spoilers.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's. Well, I mean, I'll roll damage because there's a chance he doesn't.
He couldn't disengage, could he?
I mean, like, well, I don't think he's in a condition to disengage is the problem. Like, he is malnourished, lying there,
Yeah,
kind of
sure.
on death's door. So I feel like disengaging is more of like a, you need to have some like agility to be able to do that, and he is not in that place right now.
Yeah,
You would say he's like number 5 exhausted.
Yeah, probably like 4, but still, not great. But let's roll some damage and see what comes of it. Okay, so as he's like scooting away, the Giralon grabs him by the ankle and just like flings him around, like bashes his head off the rail, tosses him against the trunk of the tree, and you just see him like free falling down toward the ground.
Do I know he's dead?
He's not screaming.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, Lucius, what do you do?
Not really liking my situation. I think what I'm gonna do. Which direction is the other year-long shout seem to be coming from?
We'll say kind of like a generally this way direction.
Alright. Well, I am going to take a step here, will this get me out of combat range? Or no? Am I still within
No.
range? I'm not gonna provoke an
No, you're
opportunity.
still within range of both.
Alright. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do it. Alright. Action, disengage. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna poof into smoke and bonus action Misty Step over to this.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you do that.
So, oops. And then, I'm going to just have, Sark get ready for her next turn.
Got it. Okay. Other survivor dude who's on Lucius' side of the boat survives. Okay, Cyrene comes flying up with Gromod atop her shoulders. And as you you kind of clear the rail of the ship, Gromod can take his shot. Okay.
Oofa doofa.
That hits.
All right.
So, which one would you like to attack? You have two options before you.
That one is going to be right up in my face as soon as we get up there.
All right. So you take a shot on that one, and it, yeah, just roars at you, and that whole deal.
I'm going to go ahead and do my Fury of the Small on a 2 for an extra 5 damage.
Sweet. All right, and now, Cyrene, as you have moved upward, what else would you like to do?
1 second. So the 2 Garrulons that are there, how many more do we hear that aren't there?
I mean, you heard another roar from the nearby tree, so at least one.
Okay. I am going to land on the ship, tell the next survivor to get on my back, and cast Channel Divinity, turn undead, and then I'm going to fly off as my movement. Or wait, I moved up there as my movement, right?
Yeah.
So I still have like 10 feet, so I'm going to start my descent after casting Channel Divinity.
Well, are you gonna wait for the person to get on, or?
Yes. I don't know how long that's going to take.
Yeah, I mean, you'll at least have to get around to their turn, so.
Okay, I will jump up there and then, yeah, tell them to get on my back and cast Channel Divinity.
Okay. Cool. So, each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom of the zombie sex monkey. That's a 1 and an 18. So, say the closer one fails and is indeed quite turnt.
I didn't know if the roar was also within 30 feet or not.
No, that one's still a bit farther out. Okay, so we shall mark it as turnt. And must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. Okay, can do that. Sweet. And then you're waiting for somebody to hop on. Got it. So somebody is going to skirt around the zombie monkey as best as she can. She's gonna hop on. Well, assuming, well, Gromod still has to get off too. So we'll say that on Gromod's turn, she then hops on and like swaps places with him, like practically speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it for her for now. Fib, what do you want to do?
Viv wants to walk over to this one and reach out and touch him. and I'm going to cast Bestow Curse on him.
Okay.
There we go. And he needs a Wisdom save, and then I will. This won't X what's happening, but yeah, he needs a Wisdom save.
That's a 1.
Hey, that fails. Okay.
I, for one, am shocked.
Okay, so I'm going to do. He needs a Wisdom save at the start of each turn. If he fails it, it wastes his action that turn doing nothing. I'll put it down here just for easier reference.
Okay.
He also has disadvantage on ability checks of one of your choice.
It's options though.
Is it?
Yeah, I have to choose one of those.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, if I could have all of that, that would also be cool, but I think that might be OP for a third level spell.
Just a little.
But yeah, so that, and then she'll hand off an inspiration to, sure, Thorv again.
All right.
Okay.
Speaking of Thorv, it's your turn.
Sorry for being in your way, I have to get over here and touch him.
I'll step up right there and take a couple swings at it.
Okay. 15 hits. 23 hits.
Use my action surge and hit. Take 2 more
Yes.
swings.
Okay, so that's 9 plus 5, we're up to 14. On the third hit, you deal a nasty blow to this thing, and I need to roll something to see if it stays dead. That is okay. So you like disembowel this thing on the third blow, and it somehow like just summons some otherworldly undead strength, and stands back up to promptly be hit by you again. And get back up a second time.
Alright, Zaga, you can kill this one now.
Okay. She's gonna try. So, alright, claw attack. The first against this thing. Alright, she hits. It needs to make a save. Which it does. She's gonna hit it again. She's just clawing at this thing like, ugh, okay. Con save. Finally, it fails by 1 as there's like musculature to support the thing standing up, and it just slumps back and kind of like collapses part of the rail and just slides over the edge of the ship. Okay. It's 1 down.
She could have killed the other one.
Did she kill the one I did or Fib did?
The one you did.
Wait, what?
So one of them is turned, one of them was cursed. The cursed one is dead.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so the one I did is still fleeing? Or
Oh
is
yeah,
that-
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably misspoke there. So the turned one, which is the one by Sirene, is still alive and is about to start, actually doing turned stuff like running away. Then the one across the ship from Sirene, like over by Fib and Thorv and all them, just got brutally like torn apart by gnarly team effort of Azaka and Thorv. And then there's another one that's coming in. But we'll resolve that in a minute. So first, this one is going to run away, for it is turned. So let's see. As far as it can. So that's gonna be quite a ways. Say it like jumps up to here. And then So it's basically at the front of the ship, several feet up as well.
Do we get attacks of opportunity when it runs away?
That is a valid question. I'll say yes. All right.
Can you do spells for attack of opportunity, or is that only for what spellcaster or something?
Warcaster.
Yeah.
Is Sierne attacking or?
I mean, I could punch it, but all my melee weapons are unreachable with people on my back. So,
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was like sitting around waiting for something to happen. It's like, okay. Cool.
well, yeah, I mean, I have weapons, but if someone's on my back,
Gotcha.
I can't really.
Yep. No, that's fair. Okay. So then, as that one runs away, another catapults itself across the gap between trees, and is going to land pretty much where that last one was. And everybody who's on this part of the ship, make a dex save. Okay.
I did good.
Thor getting jostled around again. See how that goes. With the same roll, Thor ends up in the same spot.
Thor, just stay there. Obviously, the dice want you there.
Okay. And that thing would have had to dash to get there, so that is the end of its turn. Groilmod, Dragon Slayer, what do you do? Okay.
I'm gonna go right there, even though technically there's someone there. If that's okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, cool. I'm gonna put my hunter's mark on him, and I'm gonna actually switch to my Yokowa.
Nice. All right. Yeah, 13 still hits. So 4 plus 5. 22 hits. So we're up to 9 plus 8. Plus another 6. Okay. 2. All right. You stabbed the thing good a couple of times, and you have done quite a bit of damage, although it's quite a bit of monster, so you still got a ways to go.
That'll be it for me.
All right. Other survivor guy is nope. Survivor chick though would have swapped places with Gromod. So actually, I'm gonna move Gromod's token for just a second and put her like over there. And yeah, so that's that. Lucius.
Alright, well, first, I'm going to use my movement. I want to make sure... Actually, I can't use my movement yet. So I will stay where I am. Make sure I am...
Bear in mind that, well, yeah, I mean, it's on diagonal, so realistically, pretty similar. You're good.
Okay, so I am going to pull out my Wand of Fear, and I'm going to use one charge. And I am going to instruct that beast to flee with a command.
Okay.
And it is a DC 15 Wisdom save.
All right.
We're going to play Gear Along Ping Pong if I can help it.
Okay. Well, that's a big old 2 on that save.
All right. Well, it has to flee, so I don't know what that. I have the command spell up.
Yeah, well then you would notice that the spell has no effect if the target is undead.
God damn it. I had to quickly read command, and it did not say that up front, so whatever. Other
You
than
tried.
that, movement, and I'm going to just kind of start picking this person up and helping them
Okay.
get over towards the edge.
Got it.
So
Okay, and he readily accepts your assistance. Cyrene, you have somebody who has just climbed onto your back.
I will disengage and leave the airship to the ground,
All right.
and then put them off my back when I get there.
Cool.
Wait,
So we'll say that is taken care of, and we'll just I'll move Cyrene just like off the edge of the ship so we remember she's off at the time. Okay. Fib.
I'm still sad about my spell being wasted. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna inspire Royal Mod and tell him he can do better than this.
in an inscrutable plot twist, the Giralon's hide also makes the rapier just kind of bend and not pierce through. Okay. Cool. So then it is Thor's turn.
I'll walk over to it and try and hack at it.
All right. 17 hits, 25 hits,
Yeah, that's it.
12 points of damage. Okay, Zaka. Probably not going to get the kill steal this time, as it's still looking pretty sturdy. But a couple shots with the longbow. Actually misses one, but hits the second time. Starting to look pretty beat up. It is the Giralon zombie's turn. So now we finally get an attack on a PC. All right. Well, with a host of choices, I guess I'm gonna roll for it. All right, Thorv, the thing zeroes in on you and makes 5 attacks against you.
That's too many attacks.
Shoot, okay.
So 4 claw attacks. We'll get those out of the way. 16, 12, 16, 11. None of those hit, right?
No.
Okay, and then it's gonna try and bite you. Also a 16.
I just keep laughing at it.
Nice. Okay. And then the other one. Let's see. Does turning give saves, or is it just pretty screwed? Let's see here.
I want to say it's pretty screwed.
I feel like that might actually be the case.
Because I think that's just a super OP
Yep.
against undead thing.
Yep, that is the case. So
Yeah.
away it goes.
Bye-bye.
Yep, for a whole minute it leaves, so it'll
Yep.
be until it gets attacked. So it'll be back in another minute. 2 minutes. We'll see it.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, bye.
All right, and that's it for the Giralon zombies this turn. Gromod, Dragon Slayer, what do you do?
I'm gonna put my Slayer's Prey on it now and use my Yakuwo again.
Okay, 15 hits. So 2 plus 3 plus 1, 6 points of damage. All right, chipping away. 18 hits. 7 plus 5, 12. Let's get a con save from the big zombie monkey. It fails.
Woo!
And so down goes the Giralon zombie. And for the next approximately minute and 48 seconds, you can be confident that you will not be bothered by any more zombies. How do you spend that minute and 48 seconds?
So,
I will get everyone down. So I guess the last person.
Okay.
Or 2 people? There's 2 people.
Yeah, so there's still one over by Lucius. Does
Yeah.
Lucius have a plan to get him down, or just gonna wait for
no,
Sirenny?
I'm just gonna get him over to this edge and
Okay.
have him wait for Sirenny.
Got it.
And then, for the extra, like, 30 seconds, I'm going to see if there's any loot on this portion of the ship.
Okay. There is like fuck all on this ship.
There's nothing? Okay.
No.
Okay, I am going to make sure everyone has water down at the bottom. Because we don't have time enough for me to individually heal all of them, so.
Okay.
And then set a perimeter for the Gearlond approaching.
Okay.
I can get everyone who wants to leave the airship down as well.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
plenty of
Roma.
time for that.
Roma's gonna pipe him, say, "Can we put the survivors in one of those hut things we sleep in? It should protect them from that gorilla when it comes back."
We can't put all of them in there. Well, how many survived?
Let's see. There would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we only lost one.
Yeah, we can't get all of them in there. How many do we have?
We can put them all in there as long as we don't put us in there.
I'm not doing that. Why would I protect them over us? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, I think we. I think we can kill the undead Carolon
Yeah, that's not really
ourselves.
a big deal.
So,
We'll just leave Thorv out front as decoy because apparently Giralon can't hit him. And we can just nuke it down.
Fine, I guess.
Yeah, I'll step over towards where the last saw.
Okay. Cool. So.
I would have caught a ride back to the main one where everybody is too. Once the sky was down,
All right.
if that's
Are we staying up in the trees?
well, if
no,
we
it's not-
can, the house, Fib needs to be in it. So.
Yeah.
Fib can be in it, but then probably can leave, maybe?
no, you can't leave.
Can't leave.
Stay in.
Okay, well, that's not fair. I'm not building these houses anymore. Just kidding, I have to.
Fib is gone, but
Fine, Fib makes a little dome for all these weaklings.
It takes 10 minutes to cast, so
Well, if she has a
takes
spell
minute.
slot, it takes 1.
yeah.
which we do have time for. So.
Yep.
You-
Okay. Cool. So that's a thing. Let's see. I mean, like, realistically, I don't think this thing is going to put an end to you in its return. But we'll say that I don't know, let's do like with like kind of things back the way that they were. So yeah, Fib's casting. You hear the snapping of branches and things as the thing like swings back towards you. Thorv, I think.
Waiting for it to come back here.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say, and look, don't even worry about the map at this point because like you guys are all down on the ground. But Thorv, you see it, and it's like it kind of like peeks over, looks at the like over the rail of the ship, and you just hear it like snort, and it looks around, and it lays eyes on you and begins swinging towards you. What do you do as you see it closing in?
Laugh at its face. And shoot 2 crossbow bolts at it.
Okay. All right, yeah, those both definitely hit. Okay, combined 9 points of damage, and as closing in, Nazaka takes a couple shots. Longbow hits both times. Again, this thing starting. Okay, it swings down closer, and with Thorv being the tank that he is and kind of aggroing the thing, it's gonna try its damnedest to get a hold of you. So 5 attacks. Claw for 9, no. 16, no. 12, no. 7, no. It's gonna bite you for its final attack. That's a crit. Not terrible though. You only
My
take
shield
9
spell won't
points.
help with that, will it?
No. You take
Okay.
9 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Okay. Gromod, it has fallen upon your friend Thorv. What do you do?
Move my hunter's mark onto it,
Sweet.
and then I'm going to shoot it with my longbow.
Okay. For sure. Okay. 5, 10. Alright. Make sure we track this separately. So that's... Okay. So... Let's get a con save for the monkey. Alright, so... As it closes in and takes a bite out of Thorv, Gromod, you take a couple of shots, and the second one causes it to like stumble, fall back, and it like begins to lean in to lunge back towards you guys, and it just collapses. And this tense moment of okay, but it never does. You are victorious once again. Okay, so with that bloody business taken care of, and 5 survivors now down at ground level, I guess we'll pick things up from here next time.
Can I start casting a spell that takes 10 minutes?
Sure, what are you gonna cast?
Well, what?
Sure, what are you gonna cast? Ah, nice. Okay, and for your crew or for the survivors?
Well, there's 5 survivors, so for the 5 survivors, and who took the most damage? Thor?
Yeah,
I think
probably
he's the only
Thorf.
one who took
Yeah.
damage.
Then Thorv.
Okay.
It's everything back. I'm pretty sure
Alright.
actually everyone is full health now after that.
Yeah, probably. Good crowd control on that one, guys. That could have been very different if there were Giralon zombies on the boat the whole time. But yeah, so pick up next time with the survivors, and then probably the journey to Omu.
So I've definitely done this encounter before. In the other Tomb campaign, this is actually the last encounter we did before we ended that campaign,
Ah,
and
okay.
all the survivors died. We barely beat the Gorillons, and then the random encounter right after was the zombie T-Rex.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
pretty
what I
rough
thought
day.
was charging
Players
out at
died.
this.
Mm.
Well, Sierne is quite happy that we saved almost all of the survivors. Well,
All but one.
It wasn't a perfect score though.
I
Oh,
still want some
wait,
loot
10
out of here.
Yeah, I loot the survivors while I'm in the dome with them. Alright, give me
You're
all
just
your money.
lying
Let's
there
leave
all
it.
weak and disabled, like, no! That's a priceless
For all
family
my
heirloom!
companions to leave.
Just bury one of them in pennies.
Yeah, she trades on pennies for their shit.
Wait, what did you say? You cut out.
I said you trade them pennies for their shit. Just bags and bags of pennies.
All their shoes. They're dependent on us now. They can't walk through this dangerous jungle without shoes.
They can go back with the dwarven people that showed us how to get here.
Yeah, I figured they'd probably go back with the dwarves. Maybe we can escort them on the way back.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
So we got 1,000,000 XP, right?
Yeah, we got some
A
of that sweet,
million?
sweet,
We
sweet
must have leveled up.
We got at least a Gorillion.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so let's see. Good number there. And then we got scorpions.
The guys we rescued didn't suck XP from us, did they? Because they didn't do jack shit.
I'll say no, because they were non-combatants basically.
Cool.
We did have 3 encounters.
You did. That troll that just got annihilated.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the dude.
I don't. He
At
can't
least it
try
was
to
a
attack
swift
us.
death.
You should have made better life decisions.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run out of the woods into some lava.
That's basically what he did too. We hit him a little and then he tripped and fell in lava. That's awesome.
Okay, so we got. Oh well, this works out very nicely.
Is it
So-
500? Is it 500?
With Azaka getting a cut because she helped. Everybody still gets exactly 1,000 XP.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Hell yeah.
I don't even need a calculator for that.
It's true.